Hey guys, what's up? Jordan here. So this is a total first that I've done on my channel, but I'm having a guest on here, which insert Darude Sandstorm now. That is the cue song for this guy right here. He is an old friend of mine. This is Ryan King.
What's up, YouTube?
I think that's like the most un-YouTube thing that people say. Like, what's up, YouTube? YOLO! Ryan, why don't you tell the people out there how do we know each other?
Oh boy, where to begin? I actually met him originally because he was the supervisor at the school daycare, whatever you call that, while I was in there. Remember extended care?
Wait, who was the supervisor?
You were.
Oh, I wasn't. Like Katrina was.
Well, you were in the...
Right, right. So, like, I technically... This actually, I didn't realize, like, how weird this sounds until now. I met this guy because I watched him as a kid. Yeah. So, basically, like, long story short, back in... he was in elementary school, I guess, at the time. I was a freshman in high school, and so I'm still pretty young, so it's not that creepy, so just, like, chill out. It was, like, my first, like, after-school job that I had was watching kids, like, in the after-school program. He was one of them. My younger brother went to school with him, and so we've always just kind of known each other over the years, and talked quite a bit in college. I think probably when I was at college, that's when we got to know each other more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I started out playing games with Thomas, and then when you got into college, that was about the time that me and Thomas were playing a lot of games together, like Battlefield and stuff. And
that was when I started early YouTube.
Yeah.
Which I've hidden from you all.
Old Jordan on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna let you guys find that, but I might be generous and throw in a clip of it.
You guys, it's worth your time. Go out and look for it.
So we're gonna do a couple things in this video. So besides the intro, yada 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 stuff, we're going to be picking a film. He's gonna pick a movie. I picked a movie. We've already done this actually, and regardless of where the film might rank in terms of quality, award-worthy level, we are gonna defend them. Because we're just gonna defend them.
Yep.
We're gonna defend them regardless of what others might think of them. For now, I just wanted to ask you right now, man, what are just some of your favorite movies?
I think I'd have to go with, honestly, the movie I'm defending is The Martian. I really like that one. Okay. And then
I'm keeping mine a secret.
I saw A Quiet Place in
Very
theaters.
good, very good. It's kind of a bummer to me that I actually don't own that right now. I really
gotta add it.
Well, I really like it, but it's one of those movies where it's kind of like one I think you'd only really like watch like maybe like once a year.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like it's super good, but it's definitely like a Halloween-y kind of movie.
Yeah, it's not very rewatchable. Honestly.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, it's so quiet.
Yeah, and a big part of the movie was the suspense, and once you kind of know what happens, it takes away from it.
What was a movie that I thought was really good this year? I'm not going to jump on the Black Panther train.
Still haven't seen it. It's
good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, like, for obvious reasons, cultural appropriation and all that stuff, it's relevant to today's times, but unfortunately I think that element of it overshadows the quality of the movie itself, which is good, not freaking legendary like some of these people out there are trying to make it be. But
you know what else I haven't seen? I have not seen The Avengers yet.
You haven't seen The Avengers?
No.
I'm really not.
Don't crucify me.
Well, I mean, as big as Marvel stuff is, Marvel stuff's cool and all, but like, a lot of those movies, like, they're kind of like interchangeable.
Yeah.
And my problem I have with some of those movies is like I think all of them, even like these supposedly bad ones, they're all still enjoyable.
Yeah.
But you can feel how commercial they are.
Oh.
You can just feel how commercial they are. They're super clean. They're almost too clean, if anything. Like they're just super digital to me, and I just don't really feel a lot of, I don't know. It's hard to explain that one. Without sounding like too much of an elitist here, as much as I do like those comic book movies and stuff, they're definitely not my favorite. I do like to seek out more film kind of stuff, like, if that makes sense. Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to skip this because I'm like derping out.
Yeah, do you even like movies?
Yeah, I just like to collect them and then not watch them. I'm gonna go with it, just a very generic one, but just give me like your top 5.
Top 5 all time?
Sure.
Okay.
And this does not have to be ranked in any particular order. It does not have to, it's just your opinion, just the ones off the top.
Well, I definitely have to throw Toy Story in there, the first movie, because that's what I grew up on.
Okay.
First Incredibles movie, honestly.
Okay, we got 2 animated movies.
Yep. I really like Remember the Titans. What would you do if I said an Adam Sandler comedy right now?
Hey, okay, look, I'm gonna be open-minded with you on this one because it's Adam Sandler to me right now is kind of like how Nicolas Cage is kind of viewed right now. No, and I'm being like that serious about this. People like to forget about the good stuff that made him popular in the first place.
It's been a while.
It certainly has been a while. I'm not going to argue and act like Adam Sandler has been making these quietly good performances over the years. He has not. He has been doing shit. The most recent one that like he kind of elevated himself out of the dumpster is when he did the Meyerowitz stories on Netflix. Like that was actually like halfway decent, but then he goes back and does like the do-over and the Ridiculous Six.
I tell you what, I watched about 5 minutes of Grown Ups 2.
Even hearing that title makes me sad. What can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it just gonna be?
I
feel like everyone always says Billy Madison. Like that's always like the go-to popular answer. But I'm gonna say for you, Happy Gilmore is probably.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
I would say Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe.
Ooh, that's.
I really like that.
I was not expecting that with the rest of the list.
Well, yeah, I mean, I gotta go all over the place.
Do you like that Eminem shows up in it for about 2 seconds?
In Cinderella Man?
Yeah, he's there. He makes a cameo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Eminem
Really?
himself, like even like he has a song, Cinderella Man, which is about Cinderella Man.
Where is it in the movie?
It's around like the three-fourths of the way through. It's around the time. Okay, so it's basically the time where he has to like go and like beg for money from like his former colleagues or whatever. He's like I have like nothing, and he's like asked kind of like everyone in the room. Marshall Mathers is one of the people that's like kind of like
really?
watching.
I never noticed
I could have the scene wrong, but look it up. He is in there.
Yeah, I never noticed that. That makes me like it even better.
So that's your 5.
Yep. What about you? It's your top.
I'm not gonna really think too hard about this. I'm gonna go with an obvious one. You can actually see it in the background back there. The original Blade Runner. I'm gonna go throw GoldenEye, the James Bond Pierce Brosnan movie, and that one is more of a nostalgic one, I think, than anything else, because as Ryan, you said with Toy Story, that was one that you grew up on. That was one I have a lot of memories rewatching a shitload of times, and of course the video game and all that. This is an easy one on most people's list, but The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
That one I can throw almost any time. It's great.
That's top 5 on almost everybody's list.
Go ahead and get ready to hate me for this one, and just be like, you fucking pussy. Titanic.
Oh my god. Might as well throw the Notebook in there too.
I own the Notebook, but.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well look, Titanic, I'm not gonna go in and defend it. You guys can all give me shit. I don't really care.
I'll give him plenty of shit off camera about choosing the Titanic in his top 5. Oh.
I said 4 movies, right?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh.
I'll say Lethal Weapon. The original Lethal Weapon. I just love Mel Crazy Ass Racist Gibson. He's phenomenal.
I whispered Pulp Fiction to the camera. I thought you might choose Pulp Fiction as your.
Pulp Fiction's great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like it's like some like overhyped, celebrated movie. Like it's a fantastic movie. And this video is sponsored by generic grade apple juice, made in my fridge and not for sale.
So the movie I'm defending is The Martian. So I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, spoilers here, but it's a great movie. So pretty much Matt Damon gets lost on Mars because there's this big storm that makes the rest of his crew have to leave the planet for safety reasons, and he doesn't make the escape, right. In time. And so he's stranded there on his own, and he has to do all these creative things to try and survive, right? So he starts making his own farm of potatoes, and he has
From his shit.
He has shit potatoes. He has to do all these things with like solar panels and his.
Well, it's just very one of the more scientifically accurate movies. And I think that's why it appealed for more sci-fi kind of stuff, because it was more grounded in reality than most.
Yeah, and that was a big reason why I liked it, is because there weren't a whole lot of points in the movie. I mean, if you go into it with an open mind, right? Yeah. It's not very unrealistic. Like, no,
a lot of it is fairly believable and plausible, and even like scientists in the field I don't know. Scientists, I think, like it. So, yeah. All right. So you got The Martian. Does it hold much of a chance against this gem of the film I'm going to talk about? All right. My movie that I'm going to be defending, that I'm going to say it's most certainly better than The Martian, is Never Back Down. Give me that look of disapproval already. Okay. So look, Never Back Down. I'll go into the synopsis first, since that's what you did for yours. Synopsis is a generic hot guy here who definitely is supposed to be a high school student, but it looks like he's 30.
Oh, yeah.
He lost his dad. Dad was killed in like a drunk car driving accident and stuff, so now he's got a lot of angst. So he's all mad. He doesn't know what to take his shit out on. And so he ends up getting to fight with some football player. It gets caught wind on YouTube or whatever, but then he has to move because of the fight. No one in this movie looks like they're in high school. No. Everyone looks like they are either a senior in college or easily. So he goes to this school to kind of try to make a fresh new start. And hot girl ropes him into this party. He shows up, and then bro here comes, and he's just like, "Hey man, you want to be cool? I see you can bang." And he's like, "I don't want to fight." He's like, "Well, your dad's a pussy." And he's like, "Well, I am gonna fight now." And they fight. I'm really I'm making this movie sound like shit.
And then hot girl, of course, starts the movie with the douchebag, and then this really nice guy comes in and fights, and of course the hot girl is drawn to that.
Why is The Martian better than Never Back Down?
Well, I would say the easiest argument to make is the acting. I mean, Matt Damon has had a much better career than anybody in this film. Djimon Hounsou. I've seen him in a couple things, but
yeah, it's called Amistad. Oscar-nominated Amistad.
Matt Damon, seriously, I mean, this is one of his best performances in this.
Okay.
It's not, these actors in Never Back Down are not memorable.
Let's talk about Matt Damon's performance in The Martian. How much of a performance is it really?
You can see the emotion in his face.
Okay, the one scene where he shows emotion is where like the airlock thing goes, and he's like, no! Like, that scene happens, but the rest of it is pretty much just sarcastic, witty Matt Damon being himself in space.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that you just claimed that you're the actors in Never Back Down.
Are you kidding me? Have you not seen the collective works of question mark?
90% of their budget was spent on getting Amber Heard into this movie, so that way they had the tits and ass to draw the crowd to this movie.
Wow, way to be sexist and just assume I'm watching this movie for boobs.
Are you telling me that a fighting movie with, I mean, it's supposed to be an 18-year-old, I assume, high schooler female, but I mean, she's got to be, what, like 25 in this?
What's your point?
I mean, come on, you know what audience they were trying to appeal to. Look at this, guys.
Come on.
If you're a woman, tell me that you're,
Okay, fine. You're telling me then that you think the shredded up, hot, football all-star player guy is gonna go after average woman? No, he's not gonna get his ass kicked in a parking lot like at the end of like his I don't even know.
If we ignore everything else, absolutely everything else, the plot in The Martian is so much better. Guys, I'm telling you, it's so much more realistic. How many movies have you seen where these super like souped up actors just we're gonna fight it out for this girl, and then we're gonna live off happily ever after, happy ending. How many movies have you seen like that? Now, how many have you seen about Matt Damon getting lost in space?
Okay, you know what? Where is the movie on here? Because it's going to be my counterpoint to your stupid argument. What was your question again? What was your question? How many movies have we seen like this? Oh, look, Castaway. There's Matt Damon on a beach. I think I've seen it.
But was it on Mars?
No, it was not on Mars.
Okay, there we go. And I'm forgetting one thing.
What?
If you want to talk about female acting, who is the woman in this movie?
Don't take Kristen Wiig is good in that movie.
No,
Don't
it's
do
the
it.
other one.
Who?
The ginger-haired girl.
Jessica Chastain.
Yes, she's in Zero Dark 30 too. She is so much better of an actress than Amber Heard. Not as attractive. Don't get me wrong there.
You know what I'm hearing out there, people, is a lot of knocks against Amber Heard, an innocent woman. No knocks against the male cast. All he wants to do is tear down women. I'm not about that.
No.
I'm not about that, and I think this female hater is all about tearing women down and ruining their agenda in this country.
Okay.
I think my point's been made, and I think the people know what to think.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Is right. Final arguments. Final arguments. Why is your film better than
Watch 30 minutes of this one. Watch 30 minutes of Never Back Down. You guys can come back to me and let me know which one is more enjoyable.
Wrong. Let's destroy Adam Sandler.
Okay.
What movie would you like to tear apart with me quick before the battery dies?
It's gotta be Grown Ups. So
Grown Ups.
I would say one of my biggest pet peeves with Grown Ups was the fact that everybody thought you could just throw in these semi-popular actors into a posh of shit and then just pass it off as like this blockbuster movie.
Yep.
And it just doesn't come off that way.
Adam Sandler at the time, he was still kind of making garbage movies a little bit, but I think people had a little more hopes for this one because it was more of an ensemble than what he's usually in. Most of the people in the movie, it's not like they're not funny. Most people, the whole cast of that movie, like they've all been funny in other movies.
Individually,
yes.
Right.
But I think, as you said, what the movie kind of came off as is Adam Sandler not giving a shit and just being like, hey, people like seeing me and my buddies in my movies, but my family kind of wants to go on vacation. Maybe we can just go on vacation and just film us.
And
there's just not a lot of effort behind it.
And when you're watching the movie, it seems like there's a whole bunch of, main characters, but there's no real, good acting on the part of an antagonist in the movie, you know what I mean? Like, they throw these just, like, shit actors that you've never really even seen before in anything.
And then this is the thing this is a pet peeve I actually have with a lot of comedies out there, regardless of them being Adam Sandler ones or not. A lot of comedies that you see now have this thing where the plot seems to seem less important, and what's more important is the setup for the joke.
Yeah.
And I guess sort of what I see in Grown Ups is that the plot continues to dwindle, and it really just becomes, okay, where are we going to have the characters move to next to have them just do some sort of goofy, naive thing. You
know what bothers me about it, too? And I just thought about this after you said that. And not only this comedy, but a lot of comedies, they get off track a little bit sometimes when they try to, at the end of the movie, make it semi-emotional and, try and make you feel good about it. Did they try to do that with that? Yeah. I mean, there's like fireworks going up in the sky and everybody's like kissing and hugging and stuff.
It's like it didn't work.
Yeah, I don't care about. I give a shit about you and your wife hugging or
For whatever reason, the only scene I really like that sticks out for me in that movie is the dumb scene where Steve Buscemi is like in like a full body cast doing a zip line over a pool. Is this a scene?
Yeah.
Which that sounds funny like when we're saying it, but. It's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean...
Just going for the lowest level of humor possible. And I'm not trying to sound like an elitist, but I mean, it's pretty bad.
It was an ideal movie for 13-year-old boys. That's
13-year-old boys and
their humor level.
I've even been saying for years that Adam Sandler, to me, he kind of caters towards, I'm sorry if you shop at this retail outlet, the Walmart crowd.
The Walmart crowd, yes.
I mean, I feel like that's like 80% of his demographic nowadays. It's like...
making fart jokes and...
Yeah, I mean, I even remember the trailer, like the opening of the trailer for Grown Ups 2, which I haven't seen Grown Ups 2, I don't care. But I remember the opening of it, it's like Adam Sandler's like, hey honey, how's it going? He rolls over, oh no! And a deer pisses in his face. I hope you really did enjoy watching the both of us talk about a bunch of random movie stuff. Ryan here, like myself, is also new to YouTube, and he has a channel that he'd like to plug, so...
Yeah, so guys, I'm very new to YouTube. I am just starting out, I would say 2 weeks ago I started out. So on my channel, which is Rhino Gaming, by the way, go subscribe. I do gameplay videos, kind of reviews, you know,
like video games,
tips and
right?
advice on video games, right? Go ahead and go check it out. Go subscribe. I mean, subscribing is free, so you know, just if you want to come along for the ride, you know, have a good time. Go subscribe.
Wow. Are you gonna put that at the end of all your videos? If you want to come along for the ride, go ahead and subscribe.
There you go.
Ryan's channel, check it out, Rhino Gaming. It's pretty cool. I'm not the biggest video game guy myself, but this guy makes video games pretty entertaining, so give it a shot. Maybe you'll like it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in me doing some more collaborations with other people out there, please give me a shout and let me know about that. And let me know your thoughts in the comments on this video below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. And just again, I appreciate all the support that you guys are giving me, and just keep coming back for these videos. We'll see you guys. Thanks again. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
It's a cat.
Rocco.
We need to build a wall!